Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Just Drew. Today I'd like to speak about something that concerns many people who would like to travel to Nairobi and Kenya. To Africa, it seems to be a concern when it comes to Africa for whatever reason. And what I'd like to speak about is crime and safety. Now I want to make clear that crime happens in every country in this world. Wherever you are, there's probably crime taking place at whatever moment. And I have been a victim of crime, I could say, in Sweden, because the car that we're in was broken into, the window was crashed, and they stole our phone. I've been almost a victim of crime when I traveled to Greece, when I was walking around in the city, and somebody almost snatched my bag while he was on his motorbike. And that's just the way it is. Based on those two incidences, I did not say those countries, crime-ridden or filled. But we also have crime here too. And trying to say that, downplay it, let me say, would just be not a wise move, because when you think about the rate of unemployment that's in the city and the rate of desperation amongst some of the people that are walking around the city, you're more likely to be a victim of crime here than in some of the other places that I mentioned. But that doesn't mean that those other places don't have crime. What I would say is that it is vital for one to always remember where they are, where their surroundings, and to always remember that if you're new to a place, a location, you're more likely to stand out, and people are more likely to realize that you're not a local, and this attracts attention. Good attention, bad attention, but attention all the same. So it is up to you to keep that in mind and to be alert and vigilant at all times, absolutely all times, especially if you choose to walk through the streets. In Nairobi at daytime, many people walk through the street, people in Nairobi and foreigners, locals alike, but the foreigner will stand out, and they stand out based on, their clothes, the way they walk, the pace they're walking at. Of course, these are not things that I would suggest you change, but there are some things that you can do to protect yourself. For example, you don't put on all your expensive jewelry, or you don't walk around with your iPhone, which you probably got for a significant amount of money, especially when it's changed into Kenya shillings. It would even be more significant. You don't walk with it out on your hands. You have to keep safe. You be smart. Be street smart. Let me put it that way. Don't show all your possessions out, because it can be detrimental for you. I haven't heard of any cases of late, to be honest. Recently, I haven't had any cases. I'm sure there are. Somebody will be glad to tell me in the comment section in a bit. But you just have to protect yourself and protect the people you may be with. Something that people in Nairobi, they say, is Nairobi ni shamba la mawe, and that means Nairobi is a garden of stones. So people are desperate to look for anything that they can come across that could be easily pawned. Not people, some people, not all people. But that is something you have to keep in mind when you're walking around the city. And also when you're in your car, you keep the windows up and protect yourself, because there's a lot of traffic and some people can be, ambitious and try and snatch something from the car. But just be alert at all times. All Nairobians know this. This is nothing new that I'm saying. And in terms of where you're residing and your location, always be alert in terms of the people in your surroundings. I watched a video with a YouTuber who made a video of somebody who was in her apartment at night, who came into her apartment at night. Obviously, he was coming to steal or something crazy like that. Now, that was an extreme. Thankfully, she was not harmed at all. But keep in mind that you have to always lock your doors. When you move into a new apartment, ask for the locks to be changed. And if this is something that your landlord or the agent is not interested in doing, find another apartment. There are plenty of apartments you can rent. Be vigilant and think more towards protecting yourself at daytime and nighttime, protecting your valuables at all times, never leaving your doors open, even never leaving your windows open or with access into the apartment, because you never know. You never know what could happen. And for the most part, this goes around the world. Everywhere is safe and until something happens. And then that something will happen and everything will blow up in your face and you start saying, oh, this is the worst place in the world. But be vigilant, be mindful of yourself, be mindful of your surroundings at all times. What I would say about Nairobi in terms of what you need to even be most vigilant about is scams. Nairobi has so many scammers going around the city just looking for a way to gain a quick buck, I would say. And they tell you they can provide a service for you, and then you'll end up running after them for the service to be provided after you have paid them whatever you have agreed or after they've committed in such a way. And that is particularly frustrating for many, myself included. So scammers, keep track of scammers, be mindful of them, and always look for referrals for a job that is to be done. Yes, so in terms of scams, I was mentioning that you should always get referrals from any work that's been done for you, any service that's been provided for you, no matter where you find it. It could be Google, it could be Instagram, wherever anybody they can provide a service for you. Make sure to get a referral as to whether that would be the best option to work with, because the amount of mental energy taken in running after people to carry out a service that you've already paid for and committed to is really extremely frustrating. So that's what you need to keep in mind. And for another thing is pay in installments. That could be something that I would say perhaps many people who are new to the city don't know. You can put up a deposit and you pay on completion of the work. And then that way, if they don't complete the work to the standard that you expect, you do not complete the payment, and you are able to get a quality of service that you expect, a quality of service that they promised. So that is really about crime and safety in Nairobi. Be vigilant, be alert, protect yourself. Lock your doors, lock your windows in your house. Don't assume that because it's a modern building, everything is going to be safe and fine and dandy, because things happen, and all you need is one rogue person, and that's enough. I hope that was helpful to some. I really do. If you have any other tips, as usual, put them in the comments. Today's my birthday, so I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day. Bye.